Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. Today, the Panchama Veda that we'll be studying, and we'll be studying from that page 901. That is today 902. You can say 902. 901 will start, and then we'll continue with the 902. Now, as usual, let us chant from this mantra. Tabo kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriditam kalmashapaham stravana mangalam sri madatatam bhubi grinanti e bhurida janaha. It's a wonderful that discussion is going on. But we have to remember that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is very sick. Though he is very sick, even then he is going on talking on the spirituality. Whoever is coming to him, any opportunity, immediately he is taking up that chance and then discussing on the spirituality, guiding the people. And you can imagine the difficulty, because for a long period of time, India was under the subjugation of the different rulers, whose culture, religion, language was completely different. And even then, it was the Muslim period. The sultans were there, and obviously we can imagine. Then the Britishers also came. At the time of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, it was British rule. So Britishers were also a different type of culture, and so in the society, the turmoil was there. Which is good, which is not good. Whoever is coming from the outside, they were trying to prove that they are the best. Their culture, their language, their thoughts, their education. So naturally, they like to. And the vanquished nation, what they will do? They slowly started losing the confidence. The confusion came. But the root of Indian life, not only Indian life, any society, is religion. Particularly India, it is religion. Why? Because all our thoughts, the character, you can say, it builds up through the religious way. There's sometimes some people, they say everything is fair in love and war. But no. If you are cheating, if you are telling the lies, you consider, oh, this is okay, it go. No, it cannot be. In Indian life, they will never ever do that. Even in the war, suppose someone is not having the weapon, they will never kill. Nowadays, it has become so normal. That is not. Well, you may get little the mileages in your political thing, but that is not the way the society should go. So this is the beauty of Indian society. The Indian society always were truthful. They were very, very strongly, they were supporting the truth. Now, this society got confused because of the different waves, thought waves that came. It was Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself, who advented in the body of Sri Ramakrishna, and he was very slowly but steadily was putting the life back to the right track. That is called dharma. And you can imagine how difficult it was to enforce that to the different people. He was not showing any miracles. He was not showing at all any miracles. He was not showing the physical power also, as the Rama and Krishna did. He was only putting them back to the track through the knowledge, through jnana. And the jnana, that particular portion, the thought, it was mixed up with the ego. All people started thinking that whatever they thought, they think, they say, they do are the perfect, correct. And all doors and windows of their mind was closed. They were not ready to accept it. That was the situation when Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is slowly penetrating into the minds of these people. An example of those people, the so-called the then modern people, was Dr. Sharkar. Dr. Sharkar was highly educated, very intelligent. At the same time, he was a righteous person. He never told lies or cheating people, nothing was there. But his thought about the higher life was different. Why? Influence of the other culture. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is slowly transforming. He is not converting. Oh, you must follow me, my method, my ideologies. You must follow, only come to me and understand me. And he is not saying anything like that. But he's giving giving the arguments. And when at the fag end of his life, when he was very, very sick, he came to Calcutta for treatment. Even at that time, and we can imagine his excruciating pain, regularly he was suffering physically. But he was so eager to give them that knowledge. And he used to encourage people to come to him, and they will be sitting around, they'll be discussing among themselves, and he used to correct them now and then. He used to say the truths, the spiritual truth, so that they can understand it. Here, the Shyam, we hear a great deal about the subtle body. Can anyone show it to us? Can anyone demonstrate that the subtle body, when a man dies, leaves the gross body and goes away? As I was telling, these people, they are not uneducated, they are educated. But the problem with the educated people is this: they think they have already completed, they have already understood everything. So there is a funny story. The two students came to a teacher to learn music. The teacher asked, "What you have learned?" The first one said, "Sir, I do not know anything." "Okay, I can teach you, but I will charge you 10 rupee per day, so per sitting." And another told, "Oh, I have almost a very advanced student of music. I have learned so many things. I have come here only to get the finishing touch from you." So he said, "Okay, I can take you, but your will be 20 rupees. Why? I know. And why you are charging more than the person who is not knowing anything?" Then the teacher told, "See, I have to work very hard to remove all the wrong conception that you are already having. So for that 10 rupee. And then afterwards I have to put you on the right music teaching. So for that 10 rupee. And this is a fresh one, so I can." Sri Ramakrishna's condition was like that. These people, they know many other things, subtle body, gross body, causal body, all they have read. But they are thoroughly confused. So he is telling, so that can anyone? Then Sri Ramakrishna, true devotees don't care a rap about showing you these things. What do they care whether some fool of a big man respects them or not? The desire to have a big man under their control never enters their mind. So he is telling, now we have to understand very simple words, that there is every so-called, I must use the word so-called, religious leaders, they feel that the big personalities in the society should be their followers. Why? Then they will be able to basking in the reflected glory of those people. "Oh, I know so and so, the senator, oh, he is my disciple." Now, he is very happy, not the disciple, but the guru is happy, teacher is happy because he is having a disciple. like that way, very famous singers, very famous dancers, some very, very big in the rich person. So by that way, but that is desire. And if you have the desire, then you have not realized God. This point we have to keep in mind. The most of the time the people, they get confused and they say, oh, you know, those people, that person, he is having such a great followers. It is good, no problem. But if that particular person having the desire to have those people as his or her followers, that means he has not achieved the truth or ultimate goal. Somewhere something is lacking. Any desire of the worldly things, you are away from God. But it's not so easy. God realization is the ultimate. After that, there is no power of Maya can work. And you can imagine the God has given that the power, tremendous power of the Maya, so that all of us are bound. And after crossing one after another, the hurdle race, one after another hurdle, they are jumping and crossing and almost in the final. Then suddenly the last hurdle, then they touch that and fall, and then everything is lost. Almost it happens to this type of people. Suddenly they become very famous speaker, very famous person. All thousands of people will be following them. And they are not having family. They are not having money. But the lokaishana, in Sanskrit they say, loka eshana. Eshana means desire for the popularity. People are liking you, that is okay. But if you have the desire for that, then it is problem. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is giving that idea straight on his face. True devotee don't care a rap about showing you these things. He said devotee, not guru. That means anyone who is a true devotee of God, he never claims to be a guru or a very special person. No, he is a devotee again. But he won't spend time to impress you by showing all this. When you do, they care whether, what do they care? Whether some fool of a big man respect them or not? This is very important. The desire to have a big man under your control never enters their minds. Majority of the people, even today in the present day society, they will all, as they always say, money begets money. Similarly, sometimes the people, they used to say that if you have the popularity, people are following, other people will also come. They do not know. But why so many people are going? Must be something, so let me also go. Whether they understand it or not, like it or not, they won't say, they won't open up their mind. They say, oh yes, oh wonderful talk, we cannot, just I fell asleep when he was speaking, like that you'll say. So this is the way they follow, they go, and the person who is there, if he or she is taking that seriously, this is the teaching for a true religious seeker. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Shyam, what is the distinction between the gross body and the subtle body? Now it is okay. A very good question. Now, this is again the speciality of the Hinduism. They analyze everything. If you really are interested in Hinduism, you have to go very deep. When they are analyzing this world, the millions and millions of varieties, but after checking, analyzing, examining, they came to a conclusion that this is made of only 5 things. Only 5 things. And they called it matter. And in Sanskrit, it is said bhuta. Bhuta, Bhuta. Panchabhuta. What are the Panchabhuta? The earth, the water, the air, the fire, and the space. These are the only 5 things with which everything has been created. First thing. Secondly, of that, we, the human being, other beings are there, but this is important, the human being, because human being can analyze it, realize it. That is very important. Other beings cannot. Their life is only for survival, then the death, then again they go to the next life. That we the Hindu believe, Buddhist also. But the human life is very challenging. Why? Because past karma phala you are following, at the same time you are creating your new karma phala. So one must be very, very careful. Whatever, by mistake or whatever, we have done in the past, it is past. The arrow has already been shot, we cannot control it. But it is in our hand, the future. So obviously we should understand and go forward. So they analyzed. What they analyzed? This human body. And they asked, who am I? This I am, the ko-aham, who am I? And they analyze this, oh, I have 3 bodies. Otherwise, all people they think that this is the body, and we have a mind, the psycho-physical being, they say. But no, there are 3. What are the 3? That this gentleman is asking about the 2. He is not aware of the 3rd, which is most important. So we will discuss in details. Sri Ramakrishna, he is giving him the hint about this. He said the body consisting of the 5 gross elements is called the gross body. The subtle body is made up of the mind, the ego, the discriminating faculty, the mind stuff. There is also the causal body. Now he mentioned. There is also the causal body, by means of which one enjoys the bliss of God and holds communion with Him. The Tantra called it Bhagavati Tanu. You know that in Hinduism there are 3, the great path. One is Vedanta, Tantra, Vaishnavism. Terminologies are different. And they explain in a different way. But otherwise everything is same. But here it says causal body, karana sharira. Sharira, the body, what is the reason of this? Karana, we will come to that in details. I will be quoting from the Viveka and Shankaracharya, the great exponent of Advaita Vedanta. He has given much importance on these definitions. If we are not clear about that, we won't understand anything. Majority of the people, those whom we see, they are emotionally going towards the God. So what happens? Emotion is of great power. But the problem is, though I was praying to God for so many days, but all my prayer, nothing has been answered, that means there is no God. So this emotional people, their behavior is like this. I am praying to you, you must respond, but that is not the way it goes. But that is why you need the Vedanta, the knowledge. And when you know the science, it is a science, then you know what is the reason. Why my prayers, to whom I am praying, that also I should know. Here Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he mentioned that Bhagavati Tanu, Bhagavati means divine, Tanu is the body, it is a divine body. Who realizes God? This body, this mind? No. Will you believe? Within these there is a divine body, divine mind. And that realizes, otherwise it is impossible. Unless and until you are having sufficient medical knowledge, you won't understand the medicine that the doctor is giving. And even if there's a breakups, this much sodium, you won't understand anything of it if you don't have the knowledge of that. And that is the reason sometimes some people nowadays, everything is Google. If they are having some problem, they will immediately go to Google and they will search, oh, this is my problem and this is the medicine. That's not the way we should treat ourselves. It's dangerous. There are so many other factors there. The whether that will shoot me or not, all that. So anyway, here also the same way we should understand what is the gross body, subtle body and causal body. And if we know about the gross body, then we'll say, oh, this is the gross body. Oh, no, we don't want it. Your vairagya will come. The dispassion will come on the body. Otherwise, what is happening? We are superimposing so many beautiful ideas on this gross body. And that is why constantly we are attached to that. Sometimes the young people, not knowing anything, they are killing and they're throwing the things to the. So they are attracted and not getting that, then they'll be angry. They're not only killing the other one, but also creating problem for himself and his family all through the life, just because of little ignorance, because of emotion. So this is dangerous. So knowledge should be with the emotion. And here, knowledge and emotion clubbed together, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is suggesting for the spiritual journey, now it should be Naradiya Bhakti. I'm talking at something else. Naradiya Bhakti, that is the mixture of knowledge and devotion. Devotion means emotion. Now, devotion, I'm using the word emotion because that goes with that. I'm supposing there is God, and I feel that as I am feeling hungry, God is also feeling hungry. I am thirsty, God may be feeling thirsty. So that emotion works and slowly love develops and that becomes devotion. But if it is only devotion and without knowledge, that becomes dangerous. Now, all this religious fantasy, we should say, oh, this is this, we should go and do this, do that. All the imagination, fantasy. Some people, they think there are great sages in the Himalaya, and in the 19th century and the 20th century beginning, there are a group of people in America and all over the Europe, and India was their center. They started believing that there are great souls in the Himalaya. If you pray, they will come flying to you. That is good. Maybe it is there, but the way you are thinking, that is not. So the rationality is necessary. And rationality, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, emotion is there, devotion is there, but vichara, the discrimination, clear understanding, what is my goal? Who is this God? And where I am going? What I am going to achieve after realization of the God? Somebody say, this is your God, this supreme God. If anybody is not following this, go and kill them. And I am also following that. Am I a human being? Having a beautiful head on my shoulder, and I forgot that. Just because someone dictated me, he has no right to say like that. He himself is ignorant, and he is dictating me. Hundreds and thousands of people making these great mistake. This particular body has nothing to do except they carry my mind within it. That is the most important thing. So they are, there is a casket inside. inside which my mind is there. Mind is very powerful. And in the mind, there is one compartment is there called buddhi, the intellect. And this buddhi, where the reflection of the consciousness is falling, that is also the best part of the whole thing. Now, if we understand that, and this buddhi can discriminate, can understand, can analyze, can judge, I have to apply that. I go and kill people just because they do not believe in my path. And the God who loves everyone, who has created everything, will be blessing me? Can that be possible? Is it possible? I am doing something horrible thing. And for that the God will bless me? What type of God is this? Even if it is a God like that, enjoying the suffering of others, I don't want that God. That should be the vichara. So the gross body, then subtle body, and the gross body is run by the subtle body because of the cause. Now we will, from here, we will shift to that our Viveka Chudamani. You know, this is a great book written by Shankaracharya, and he is giving the description of the gross body. It is the sloka number 87. Of course, in my book it is 87. It may be little, sometimes it is 86, sometimes it is 85, it may be. What is the gross body? Tvang, mamsa, rudhira, snayu, mejo, medo, majja, asti, sankulam, purnamutra purishavyam, sthulam, nindam idam bapuhu. Nindam idam. It's a very gross, no one can like it. Ninda. Ninda means denouncing. Nindam idam bapuhu. Bapu means the body. What is that? Tvang. Tvang means the skin. Mamsha, flesh. Rudira, blood. Snayu, blood vessels. Meda, fat. Majja, marrow. Asti, the bones. And urines and other. So that is the gross body. And they say, according to Rishi Yashkya, this gross body goes on changing 6 different times. And what are the changes? It says jayate, it is born, it's created. Then asti, it survived, sustained, it lived. Then vardhate, it grow. Then this is the 3 at going up, then coming down. Viparniyamate, vipakshiyate, mriyate. So 3 steps is going up, 3 steps coming down. That is becoming old and dilapidated and disease, and one day it die. Is it something new for us? All of us have experienced this. All of us, particularly those who are little elderly, we have experienced this, we have seen this. Our grandparents, they were there when we were children. Now we saw someday he has been admitted in the hospital and he passed away. Next, when I grew up a young man, suddenly phone call came, I ran. My father, he was a young man. He used to lift me on his shoulder and he used to throw me in the air and having fun. Now that man, he cannot walk. He cannot help himself. Have you not seen it? What is that? Body only. But still we love the body. And because of this body, we are killing our own people. A little satisfaction. We are behaving like the animals. So that is the main problem. So friends, those who are serious about the spiritual life, first and foremost, we must have to keep this gross body very fit. Why? Because through these we can reach to the ultimate goal of God realization. So that is the reason one must be very careful about protecting this gross body, but we should not get attached to it and think that this is the only thing that we should love. No. And this gross body is the sixth time, is 6 changes is coming. Now comes the subtle body. Shankaracharya, he gave many different examples about the gross body so that our mind becomes completely disassociated from the gross body, the love for the gross body. We imagine, we think that those are beautiful things. No. I think long back, I was sitting in a Delhi airport. Suddenly I saw a lady whom I saw in the TV. She was the great actress. But when she came very close to me and she was sitting exactly opposite to my chair in the waiting room, we were waiting for the flight. So I said, oh my God, in the movie she looks so beautiful, but in reality it is not. She is good, it's okay, but in reality completely different. Why? But we impose, it is not our fault. That is the way they always go. Everything should be that. And whenever you are going somewhere, you must be presentable. So that must be. So we should not mix up the practical thing with these ideologies. Ideologies, we should not get attached to the body. That is the main thing. We should present it properly. Swami Vivekananda also said, you must take at least 1 hour exercise every day to keep your body fit. The sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. Khalu, truly, dharma sadhanam. The practice of religion is possible only through a strong body. But that doesn't mean only for the body, not only for the body. Why? There is another body. What is that? It's called subtle body. Look at it. These Hindus, they truly go the step by step. Here they, as Shankaracharya giving again the definition of the subtle body called shukshma. Shukshma means subtle. Shukshma sharira. What is that? Bhagadi pancha, sravanadi pancha, pranadi pancha, abbramukhani pancha, buddhi adi abidya upi cha kama karmani puri ashtakam shukshma shariram ahu. It is said ahu. This is the subtle body. What is the subtle body? The 8 different rooms are there. Puri ashtakam. The Puri means the place where they can live. Ashtakam, 8. What are the 8? First, Bhagadi Pancham. This is the Vedantin, they call this combination of 8-fold things, Shukshma Sharira. First is 5 Karmendriyani. Karmendriyani, Bhagadi Pancham means Karmendriya. When you look at this, our body, we have hands, we have legs, like that Pancha Indriya, they are also Indriya, they are also sense organs, and which are acting, functioning. So I have to go over there, only the legs will take me. I have to lift that, my hand will help me, like that, the Pancha Karmendriya. Then Jnanendriya, Jnana Indriya, through that I get the knowledge. That is also 5. What are those 5? Mostly we know it, that the eye, through that we see and get the knowledge. Nose, through the smell we learn. The ear, we hear the sound and we learn. The tongue, we taste and learn. And also the skin. So that is called Jnanendriya. Jnana, knowledge. Indriya, sense organs. These are the 5 sense organs. Very important. Why? These 5 sense organs collect food for the mind, also for the body. The body is through the tongue. So whatever we are tasting, eating or drinking. Why? To keep the body, because this is the nature. I have to take food and drink to keep up the body. That is the only. But what about the mind? Whatever I see, whatever I hear, whatever I touch, whatever I smell, all those other things also feeding my mind. And that is why the Hindus, they always are very, very careful that this Pancha Jnanendriya should be purified. So Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya. Pancha Prana. Prana means the air. Now we are breathing. We are taking in and then releasing, taking out. And different type of functions are there inside the body. These scientists, spiritual scientists, they found 5 different ways these airs are functioning. And that's why they call it Pancha Prana. Why prana? Without that we cannot survive. The prana is the most important. When we were discussing the Upanishad in our Sunday discourse, there is a beautiful story to make people understand which is most important. So we have to understand that way. One young boy, he is completing his PhD. So he told Swamiji, what is the difference between us and other people? I told, you are very special. Those who are completing the PhD and studying that, they get a training. What are the things that they should choose? There are so many varieties of information, but they cannot take all the information. They have chosen one subject and they are focused on that to prove that of millions of things they will select. These are the things will help the whatever paper I am preparing. So they get the training. That is very important. First. Second, they are fully focused. They are not like other students. There's a 1 hour study and that is okay, and somehow we will get the pass mark. And not like that. It's not getting the pass mark. You have to be the best. So your mind is focused. You know what are the things you should choose among so many. Second, you are focused on that particular. There are maybe many other things are coming. No, it is not. I should now focus. I have to be time bound. Because within this period I have to complete it. And you are constantly going on thinking because you have to publish the papers. You have to go different places to present yourself. So these are the wonderful training these people they get. Afterwards they get a certificate and PhD. And these PhD people, if they come to the religion and they put all those qualities for the realization of God, it becomes easy for them. Because the mind is already trained. What are the things I should pick up and where I should focus and how much I should be focused. Many other things going on all around the world. That information is okay, but my mind goes out and then I am not focused. So this way, this is very, very important, is the buddhi. And here the Shukshma Sharira, they say Bhagadi Pancha, Sravanadi Pancha, Pranadi Pancha, Abramukani. Abramukha means the gross matters. They are also 5. Shiti, Apa, Tveja, Maruta and Boma. The 5, the Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, the sense of the knowledge, and then 5 Prana. The Prana we are sustaining and we are living, surviving because of the oxygen. And that we are taking in, and that is helping us to do everything. So that prana. Abramukhani, the all other five objects by which everything has been created, I am also created. Then buddhi adi avidya opi. What is the buddhi? Usually in English they call it mind. But here they will say the mana, buddhi, chitta, ahamkara. And then buddhi, mana, buddhi. What is mana? Many a times we have discussed. When we cannot take the decision, that condition of the mind is known in Sanskrit as mana, M-A-N-A. Not man, mana, M-A-N-A. This mana, it cannot take the decision, but is trying to achieve somewhere, reach somewhere. Then there is another faculty, it takes the decision. Not from the outside, it is inside, within me. And that comes and says, no, this is I am going to accept. That's called buddhi. Then avidya is the ignorance. Ignorance is ego. That is also functioning without the ego, the I sense, why I should work. So that is also there. Opi means etc. So buddhi, adi, avidya, opi. That is also there. Kama karmani and the avidya, kama means the desire, plus karma. Karma means the action. Now karmendriya, jnanendriya, prana, these are the three. Then bhutas, the four. Mana, the five. Avidya, the ahamkara, the six. Kama, the desire. Karma, the action. These are the eight called subtle body. The subtle body, that goes out. So kama is there, desire is there. Then obviously that desire will force us to do some work, again the action. So we come back, take birth, again we born, again we continue our life. So this mana, that mind is there, the ignorance, the avidya, the ego is there, and all other things are there, the subtle way, not in gross way, subtle way. And when we die, what goes out? This subtle body. Where it goes, according to his thoughts, ideas, it will go over there. Now somebody, he loves the music. After the death, he will go to that place where majority of the souls who loved music assembled. So that loka means that particular place. And sometimes in the religious way we say Krishna loka. Those who are very great devotees of Krishna, they love Krishna, that form of Krishna. So they all go and assemble over there. So we have here, those who are Christians, they go to the church. Sometimes out of curiosity they may go to the mosque, they may go to temple or synagogue just to see that as a tourist. But for his spiritual practice, he will go to the church because he likes it. And similarly, after the death also, we will go to that loka where we like actually. And the like-minded people will be there. All the souls who have passed away before me, and they are the same type of thoughts and likings, they'll all will be there. And some people, they always think that that's a different, just one comment. Those who do not worship gods, but they always think about the family, they will go to the Pitri Loka. That is also in the Chandogya Upanishad. Maybe in our next discourse we will discuss that. That is the way it goes. This is called that our subtle body, the gross body, subtle body. Then comes the causal body. What is the reason, cause? Why subtle body came? Why the gross body came? What is the reason? Now no one knows. And Shankaracharya says in Vivek Chudamani, 108 words, Abhyakta namni paramesha shakti anadi avidya trigunatmika para karjanumeya Sudhyoiva maya yaya yagat sarvam idam prasuvate. Yaya, from which this jagat, this universe, sarvam, everything, idam, this, prasuvate. This jagat, this universe, why jagat? Because it is constantly moving, changing. This jagat, this universe, it has come from where? Maya. What is that Maya? It's the power of God. There's something which is not manifested, abhyakta. Bhaktya means manifested. Abhyakta, not manifested, unmanifested. So in Sanskrit, bhyakta means expressed, manifested. It is not like that. Abhyakta. No one can say. So that's why abhyakta. No one could say that this is Maya. It is impossible. And this is Paramesha Shakti, Parama Isha. Isha means God, Parama means supreme, supreme God. That is the power of the supreme God. Anadi Avidya Trigunatmika Para. It is the beginningless, Anadi. It is the ignorance, Avidya. Why beginningless? Because it is always with the Lord, Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord, the Supreme God, when He was created, who created Him? No, absurd question. One should not ask that question because it goes on ad infinitum, constantly. Then who created Him? Who created Him? Who created? You cannot. So God is self-made and it is eternal. And God's power is also eternal. How will you know that when God created that, it is also eternal? That's why you say beginningless, but it has an end. This point we can remember. God is beginningless and God has no end. God's power, Maya, is beginningless because it begins its journey with the God itself. So we do not know, so beginningless, but it has an end. That is the difference. Because it ends to some people, they become God realized. Otherwise, God realization would not have been possible. Because this is the curtain that is differentiating, keeping the God away from us. So when we remove that curtain, it ends. So it is beginningless, but it is ignorance. What is the ignorance? Ignorance means it never gives us the truth. We always think something else. And the Vedantin, they give the example that the rope and the snake, many a times you have heard. There was a rope, but people think that is a snake. Because like the snake, it was lying on the street. It was a little dark. So they thought it is a snake, huge snake. But ultimately, when the light came, it found, no, it is a rope. But who saw the snake? I. On whom I saw the snake? On the rope. How could I see a snake on a rope? I imagined. And what is that imagination? Ajnana, ignorance. So that's why you will find everywhere, almost in every religion, Hindus of course, everywhere, for any function, holy function, any in marriage, the birthday, they will burn the light, a candle or a lamp. Why? That is the symbol of knowledge. Ignorance is darkness, knowledge is light. So this is ignorance because we do not know. And then it is the combination of three gunas, trigunatmika. Triguna atmika, combination of three gunas. What are the three gunas? Satya, Raja and Tama. Today, when I am reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, I am discussing a very clearly about this three bodies, why this is very important. If you understand it and keep it in mind, it will help us to understand many other things. So this Trigunatmika, Triguna, the Triguna Atmika, it is associated with three qualities. What are the three qualities? Good, bad, and mixture of good and bad. Wherefrom we came in conclusion that there are only three qualities? Look at our behavior. Then you will understand. Sometimes it is really good, it is helping, it is very compassionate, loving. Same person become ruthless, he wants to kill others, bad, and same person in between, the mixture of good and bad. So then they have given the three names and they say three guna, sattva, good, raja, mixture of good and bad, and tama is the only bad. So triguna atmika. Wherefrom it comes? From this maya. And only it is the superior to its effect, para. Para means superior. Only pure souls can understand it through its action, through inference. Anumiya. They anumana means inference. I am sitting inside the room, I can see from my window which is closed, but the glass window, through the glass I can see all the leaves of the trees. They are moving, so I can understand. I don't see, I don't feel, but I can understand because there must be strong wind blowing, otherwise why that big tree and all its branches and leaves will be like that? So anumana. Anumana means inference. From our experience, when we see something, we immediately infer it must be like this. When you see the smoke, we know there must be fire. Without fire, there cannot be smoke. And when there is a real smoke, the fire, that must be some human being must be there. Animals do not light the fire, it is human being. So obviously it is. Sometimes, of course, when the two branches of a tree when rubbing, when the stones are rolling, and then also with another stone it pucks, so that also create fire. In the wildfire it happens like this. So anyway, without fire there cannot be smoke. How? Inference through our. So this is the something which is the cause of creation. And this is the power of God. God uses this power to create. Why? It is His game. It is His play. It is a divine sports. And we cannot ask a question, why sir you are playing? We cannot. So this is the way it goes. So the three things then let us conclude. First, the gross body, then the subtle body, then the causal body. What is the cause of our this body? Maya. And what is this Maya? Abhyakta Namni, Paramesha Shakti. It is unmanifested, the power of God. It is Anadi, it is Avidya, it is Trigunatmika Para. It has no beginning, it is full of ignorance, and it has three very tremendous powerful thing, three guna. How we understand that? Karjanumeya. Through the actions we can understand that. Sudhi vaiva maya. Who understood it? Sudhi. Who are the Sudhis? Whose minds are pure. Scientist. Focused mind. They were focusing on understanding why things are happening like this. So they realized it. That means they are all scientists. As all scientists, in the laboratories they do, and the spiritual scientists of the ancient day in India, they used to analyze their mind and also the action reaction outside. So from there, whatever the knowledge they used to acquire, used to write it down. That became the Veda. So this combination of three guna, sattva, raja, tama, and this is the cause of the whole thing. So when they were asking Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, what is the difference between gross body and subtle body, Shyam Babu was asking, Sri Ramakrishna mentioned about that and also mentioned about the causal body, by means of which one enjoys the bliss of God and holds commune with Him. This causal body. The Tantra calls it the Bhagavati Tanu, the divine body. Beyond all these is the Mahakarana. Today's topic is the Mahakarana, the great cause. Who is the Mahakarana? The Supreme Lord. Hindus sometimes say the Brahman, and other Hindus they call it Vishnu. And another group of Hindus they say Shiva and Shakti. That there is a cause from where everything is coming. This cause, this is called Brahman, is all pervasive consciousness. The gross body, then the subtle body, the causal body. Beyond the causal body is the Mahakarana, the supreme cause. This supreme cause, when we can reach to that, then our journey, spiritual journey, is over, and we need not to suffer again in this human body or any body. So what is the goal of our life? It is moksha. Of course, sometimes there's some of the Vaishnava saints, particularly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and others also, they said it is not the moksha, it is the bhakti, the devotion to God should be the ultimate goal. That is the expression they say. What is that bhakti? When you forget your body, your mind, your presence, you become only one with God. That is called the bhakti. Parama, that bhakti. Almost the same. The bhakti means there is a duality, there is an existence of God whom I love, and I become merged with that. But the Vedanta says that object is not there because it is the consciousness which you are also. So you become merged in that. That is called the great cause. So our goal is to reach to the great cause. Thank you, friends. Next day again we will discuss from the page 902.
The first question is by YouTube user, the conservative one. Can one worship Kali in a traditional way if he is initiated in Ramakrishna order?
Of course you do. And it has nothing to do with the initiation, because you are not the Kali mantra. If you're taking the initiation into Kali mantra, that's a different mantra. But when you are worshipping, it doesn't matter. First, you can purify yourself as per the tradition of the worship. Take your Guru mantra and you purify yourself. Then you take the oath that I am going to worship the Supreme Being in the form of Mother Kali, and these are the mantras I am going to use to get that power awakened over here. That one can do. Thank you.
Samir Kumar De is asking, does looking at God, would it purify our mind?
See, if you are mentioning, your question means the picture of God or the image of God, of course. You know that the Nama, Nami are the same. As Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, the name and the person that indicates the name are the same. So suppose we say Sri Rama, Sri Krishna, Sri Ramakrishna. Immediately that particular vision comes before our eyes, mind's eye, and that purifies our mind. But the effect will be much more, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is suggesting, if you can at the same time, when you are taking the name of God or looking at that particular God, if you can remember the qualities of that particular God, because that qualities you will also imbibe by that way. So, Nam, Guna, Kirtana, that is the suggestions of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Thank you.
Devjani Dhar is asking, is it possible to know past life through past life regression? Is it true?
I do not know, Devjani. I cannot say whether past life can be known or not. Some of the Buddhist sages, they said, Hindu sages, some of them they could say that. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna could clearly see and announced for some people. But I do not know that. The present life is so much. Now, again to go and open the past bags, it is not necessary. We should be careful about the present life. And if we are going on praying to God, the cause, if the cause is the power of God, then if we go and pray, enough is enough. Please remove all those things and give me freedom. I like to merge with you. I don't like to be in the game that you are playing. That will be sufficient. That's called mukti. That's called liberation. That's called nirvana. So that is the way we can get complete freedom. And I would suggest, instead of thinking to know what was the past, give more importance on the present. I am not going to hurt anyone, create problem for anyone through my thought, through my word, and through my action. That will take you to God. Thank you.
Last question for today. YouTube user KAI is asking, if God is playing, then how are we subjected to the results of our own karma?
Because God is playing, that is the truth. But we imagine that I am playing. The moment that you understand that I am not playing, you are free. It is like this only. But when I think that I am playing, that creates the problem. You know that in a drama, regular drama, in the movie, one actor or actress, he has been or she has been given some of the script. They read those dialogues and they study that particular character, how they is to walk, how they is to wear the dresses, how they is to eat, and all that. And then they try to act in that way. When they are acting, if they can enter into that character, as they call it, then there, then we appreciate him as a perfect actor or actress. But after that, they come out of that, and then again another type of character they will be. Someday there was a great personality as a great jamindar or landlord, and next day he is behaving like someone, the potter, and carrying the load. That is the character of the we can say that actor, actresses. We are also the same. Now, if we can understand that I am acting only in the hands of God, and I am not going to be affected by this, I am coming out of this, you are free. And that is called sannyasa. You give up everything. No, I am not going to get attached to your all these things. And in the name, fame, money, body comfort, no, I don't want anything of it. I want only you. You are free. And if you think that God is doing everything I am not doing, like a little baby lying on the lap of a mother, not doing anything, because mother knows, and only she crying when hungry, then the mother feeds, mother brings water, mother bathes, mother gives the dress. If we can truly live in that way, believing that God will come and feed me, God will do everything for me, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna did, then you need not to do anything. God will do everything. In the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, that divine mother used to do everything for him. So we'll be able to do that? That is the question. Because our ego won't allow that. So what we should do? Pray to God. Thank you very much. Let us say the Shanti mantra and then. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ram Krishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.